Greetings, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Officine Panerai. Today, I'll be your guide to the Panerai Luminor 1950 Chrono Monopulsante left-handed 8 days, 47mm in titanium. This PAM 579 is one of only 300 made in a single-year special series from Panerai. Now, the watch features equal measures of historic homage and modern luxury watch refinement. Historic elements start with the strap itself. Now, you have an oversized Panerai titanium satin-finished pin buckle for easy on-the-fly adjustability, as you would expect in a sports watch, and again, historically accurate in its imagery, paired with Panerai's minimally treated calfskin Assolutamente strap. Now, it features the image of aged leather and a semi-contrasting simulated aged acrew stitch on the bottom, contemporary dark brown calfskin leather for souplesse against the skin, and you'll note an element of modernity. Quick change lug mechanism actuated with Panerai strap changing tools. The quick release for the lugs allows you to quickly and easily change the aesthetic of the watch or place it on a water appropriate strap using Panerai strap changing tools, and significantly allows you to do so without endangering the finish of your case or lugs. Now, of course, the case itself is one of the elements of homage in this watch because it does feature the 1950 case profile. True to history in size and contour, this accurately represents the mid-century, particularly 1950s Panerai combat watches equipped by the Italian Navy's amphibious units. And of course, every Panerai Luminor defined by the device protecting the crown, a registered trademark, and a longtime signature of the brand. It's also become a modern industrial design icon, and it remains the easiest and most protective of secure crown mechanisms because you simply raise the lever and now you can wind the watch, you can use its setting functions. All of this when your hands are wet, gloved, or sweaty, far easier to manipulate than a tight screwed down crown. And of course, when you replace the lever, you endow the watch with 100-meter water resistance as rated from the factory. Now, it's important to note that the watch features a number of settings within the crown that enable precise setting of time. For instance, if you are a frequent traveler, the time zone function, the intermediate crown position, allows you to set the rose gold hour hand forward or backwards, and you'll note the advance of the seconds hand continues, as does the minutes hand. You're not affecting the amplitude of the balance, and you're not affecting the isochronism of the watch as you set your time zone. Now, when you pull to extremity, note the seconds hand at 3 o'clock. Not only do you hack or stop the balance, but you activate a zero reset function. Now you can advance to the nearest minute, wait for your reference time to catch up, simply close the crown, resume the beat of the balance. Now you've synchronized your watch. Of course, vintage elements give way to modernity when it comes to the actuation of the manufacture movement column wheel mono-pusher chronograph. By depressing the pusher at 2 o'clock, I begin the action of the chronograph, which features seconds at center and minutes on the subdial at 9 o'clock. On the case back, I can see the Panerai manufacture caliber 2004/9 with its 8-day case back power reserve, a discrete indication that keeps the dial clean with only essential information available, and you can see the crenellated and polished column wheel that selects the watch's functions. Now, it has a vintage-inspired 3/4 style bridge, although it has been partitioned to aid in easier servicing down the line. It maintains the mass and the full figure of the pocket watch calibers that powered Panerai combat watches in the mid-century. And of course, it features a full balance bridge with a free-sprung balance, the two features combining to create a tough sports watch movement with resilience against shock or vibration-induced timing variation. Of course, it does have an 8-day power reserve when fully energized, and a number of mainspring barrels, no fewer than 3, endowing the watch with its exceptional autonomy, and again, all executed entirely within Neuchâtel, Switzerland at the Panerai manufacture. One more measure of the true manufacture is the company that makes the case, the dial, and the movement, with each one properly sized. You can see not a spare square millimeter of space as the movement fills the entirety of the vast titanium case. And thanks to the modernity of the titanium, its lightness, its wieldiness, one of the few departures from historical cues, this is an easy watch to wear on wrists of all sizes. Again, light, wieldy, thanks to the titanium, it maintains a vintage aesthetic with modern material specification, as well as the beauty of of the contrast between the subdued satin finish of the case and lugs and the high polish of the titanium bezel. The sapphire is high and domed, creating much of the aesthetic of a vintage plexiglass as fitted to the historic Panerai watches, and the dial has a rich brown tone to it, nicely matched by a simulated patina acrew luminescence and the rose gold hands at center. To learn more about this and the entire Panerai family of model lines, visit our website at govbergwatches.com.